This is the Sunday Tar Heel. What's going on, everybody? Nathan and Alan here. We are your Heel brothers. And Alan, happy Sunday to you. It's been a heck of a bye week, has it not? For us over here at the Heel Brothers.
What a bye week.
It's been awesome, man. I actually had some plans to do some videos this week, but I said, you know what? Screw it. They're on a bye week. So I'm going to be on a bye week this week. You know, we're just going to kind of let everything just simmer down. What's up, Jeff? I say doing, brother. Jeff, if you want to join in, let me know. I can bring you in for sure and get your thoughts out and everything as well. I tell you, brother, it's been a week to kind of stew and mull over things. I think the picture that I posted sums up everything. This has been me the entire time. What's up, Kevin? It's good to see you, brother. This has been me. This has been my attitude about the whole thing. I haven't thought about North Carolina in a few days. I seriously, I understand that we're the Hill Brothers. We do North Carolina things. We got ACC tip-off coming up, not this week, but next week. It's really cool. We've already recorded the scouting report for you guys for the Clemson game. We did that yesterday. Really good time. I think you guys are really going to enjoy this. And more than likely, I say that. I love to heading now club volleyball. Okay, no problem. No problem, Jeff. We'll get you on there. I hope she does good today, brother. But dude, could potentially have Austin on for Target game day coming this Saturday. Nathan, next time. One of our players. Kevin. Kevin. I can't even rebut today, Kevin. I can't. I can't do it, Kevin. I love you, brother. I love you. Kevin, I love Kev. Kev keeps me in check. I tell you, he really does over there. Ron eggs me on, and Kevin keeps me in check. I appreciate the love and support. Oh man, it has not been it's not been fun. It's not been fun, to say the least. Alan, you have not been able to give us your thoughts and opinions on the UCF game. Your son wants to give his opinions to the thoughts of the UCF game. By the way, I'm going to pose a question, and then Alan, I will turn it over to you, and you just let it all out, whatever you got. One quick question, though. Is North Carolina that bad, or did K-State start to just figure it out finally after their first 4 games being horrific against UCF yesterday? Because they blew UCF out.
I didn't watch it, so I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. Didn't K-State win in Ireland? Ain't that the team that won in Ireland?
Iowa State did.
Iowa State did.
Yeah, and then Kansas State brought a lot of people back and were looking to be a really good team. And then they just people were talking about last year, Florida State got the Ireland curse. They thought that, oh my God, the Ireland curse has now followed K-State, but then their only win was against Army, who lost to Tarleton State or something of that nature. Army's not been good at all, and their only win was against Army. And then they've just lost everything. And then all of a sudden they come up against UCF, a UCF team that looked like the national championship contenders. And then they just get handled by K-State. I mean, I don't know what the end score of that game was.
Who's UCF's next opponent?
That is a good question. I will figure that out. But thoughts on this UCF game? You go ahead. I'll figure out those things.
I mean, it was pretty much exactly like I thought it was going to be.
Arizona State also beat TCU. Go ahead.
Yeah, I saw that. I did hear about that. I think North Carolina's that bad. I mean, they're just bad. I'm not going to say that. I mean, the defense isn't great. It's had its moments. The offense is a dumpster fire floating down a river. So no, I don't. UCF is not world beaters. I do not believe UCF is world beaters. And the fact that North Carolina went down there and just got obliterated, got bounced in the bounce house,
Hey.
So Yeah,
34-20 was the end score of that game, Kansas State.
34 to 20.
Next opponent will be Kansas, and that is at UCF.
So there was no look ahead mantra there, I don't guess.
Mm-mm.
They had like a big time matchup coming in, like whatever. And they was just bypassing Kansas State because they were looking ahead. But yeah, so I don't know. I was obviously skeptical about this season. Yeah, no. I was skeptical too. I mean, I had them at 8-4 because I mean the schedule is pretty soft, and I even had UCF being one of those one wins. So I mean this is looking more like a. I mean, unless they just come out and revamp the offense in the after the bye, then this is more looking like a 4-8, 5-17.
To be honest with you, well, go ahead. You finish up what you got. I've had the floor enough.
I mean, NC State just got beaten by Virginia Tech,
who fired their head coach after 3 games.
So I mean, Virginia Tech went into Raleigh, put it on them. Virginia beat Florida State. Cal had a bad loss a week or so ago, but it doesn't look terrible. They don't look terrible like everybody thought they would. So I mean, Wake Forest took Georgia Tech to overtime.
So, Wake Forest also took NC State to the limit too.
So I mean, North Carolina's got the beginning of the season. You're looking at the schedule. The schedule's not that difficult, but these not difficult teams are proving to be more competent than what Nathan than what UNC is competency level. So
my competency is on the line here.
No, UNC's competency. And the fan base, they thought, this is an easy schedule. The national media said this is an easy schedule. And, it might be an easy schedule, but it's not going to be easy for UNC because they're incompetent on offense. Let's see. We'll get to if Gio is healthy, I would fully expect him to start against Clemson just because this offensive staff is beating their head up against a brick wall.
It's amazing to me that it's just with him. Think about it. Every position group on the team, they are cycling players in and out like crazy, trying to put the best 11 on both sides outside of one position. And that, I mean, look at the offensive line. Austin Blaske, who was your starting center, is now your left tackle. Chad Lindbergh's your starting center there. Right, they're switching guys in and out. In the DB room, you're seeing a ton of guys. Now you're seeing Marcus Allen out there. That's obviously going to be out there. You're seeing Caleb and whatnot, but you're seeing a Jalen Thompson being thrown in there, a Khalil Connolly being thrown in there from time to time. Like, hey, we might need to be using these guys. Linebacker room. I mean, shoot, you seeing Tyler Thompson out there on the edge with Mekhi Bear and Kamori House out there on the edge and things of that nature. They're starting a true freshman. Exactly. So, why is Gio the exception? And it seems that for some reason, this coaching staff is just hell bent on, like Alan said, beating their heads up against the wall and saying, nope, this is the way. But you bring up, when you talk about schedule, you bring up a question that I actually just posted on Twitter. And I said, okay, quick question. Is the ACC really good this year and they're beating up on each other? Or is it another mediocre year? Because, I mean, think about it. Think about the ACC right now. No. Florida State, Miami was probably going to be up there. You expected Clemson to be up there, but Clemson's fallen off. But look at how Florida State and Miami, it looks like the most complete team in the ACC. I think from top to bottom, left to right, they're the most complete team. I hate to say that. Florida State gets beat by a Virginia team who's now 4-1. Their only loss was against NC State, and they had them dead to rights, but the quarterback just completely overlooked the tight end. So that could be a 4-0 Virginia team. at that point. Syracuse, I hate that Angeli got hurt, their quarterback, because Syracuse was kind of starting to pick up some swag.
Yeah, they got obliterated this weekend.
Duke is.
Yeah, they got obliterated by Duke.
Right. Duke is a team I'm kind of surprised by. Georgia Tech, Wake Forest is playing a lot better than anybody expected them to play. You know, they're a team that's taken NC State and Georgia Tech to the limit. Now, Georgia Tech ended up coming out and winning that game. Georgia Tech got a big win over Clemson. Georgia Tech looks pretty good as long as they stay healthy, it's good. So is it a good ACC this year? Or is it just East ACC's mediocre and it's just a bunch of mediocre teams beating up on each other? And then you've got Miami, Louisville, and Pitt. I forgot about them too. They look good. They had a heck of a fight. Louisville looks good. Go ahead.
Let's see.
Cal looking better. Go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know. I don't think the ACC is good. I just think it's a culmination of teams beating up on each other. The Florida State, I don't know, is the Virginia game a blip on the radar? Who Florida State's got Miami next week, so could they have overlooked? Could Florida State, been looking ahead versus taking care of business at the business at hand? So I just think it's an amalgamation of a lot of things. The ACC is, every game is winnable, every game is losable, unless you're at the top against, apparently Florida State and Miami. So, and North Carolina is at the bottom of that list because I think North Carolina, without an offensive heartbeat, then they're going to lose to pretty much all these teams.
I'm not going to put Wake and Cal in there. I agree with the other three. Because Wake's played really good, and they've just not been able to win. And Cal they've only had one bad loss.
But I could honestly see this being a 2-win season.
That's what I said.
And that's terrible.
I could be right on my prediction, 10-2, baby. Just for flipping.
Yeah, you just got the numbers flipped.
By the way, Drizzy Drake handling the ball, just doing Drizzy Drake things. Go at 21-6.
Yeah, I was watching it earlier. It's been a bye week, and I haven't thought about North Carolina, but the bye week's just been screwed too because it's the Ryder Cup, and North Carolina, the United States is just getting absolutely obliterated by the Europeans in the Ryder Cup, and it's just been, as far as a sports weekend, it's just been. But yeah, North Carolina, I don't know. North Carolina's got to find the way offensively. If they can find some kind of heartbeat on offense and show some competency there, then you might finish the season 6-6.
Yeah, yeah, man. If those Drake teams had a competent defense, yeah, you're seeing what a Drake team with a competent defense is doing currently right now against the Panthers. And tell you, man, I'm excited for Drake, man. I really am. But I look at every game on the schedule. You got Clemson coming to town. Clemson has not played good whatsoever. And Clemson, and you guys will know more about this tomorrow with the scouting report. But this Clemson team psychologically is really different than we've seen out of a Clemson team, which is so surprising to me because, dude, it wasn't but December.
Really going in.
There wasn't but December that they were in the freaking college football playoffs playing against Texas. Come down to a last minute drive to win the game for Texas, right? To finish that out because Clemson they were getting destroyed. Clemson came back into the game, and Texas had to finish it out. and to see them now is crazy to me. But North Carolina, yeah, they get 2 weeks to prepare. To me, the only way North Carolina has a chance, I'm not saying that they're going, if he's in, that they're going to win, but the only way they have a chance of having a chance to win, it's with Mac Johnson at quarterback. And when a team, and we talked about this, again, I'll go to Cade Klubnik and the Clemson team. I remember DJ Oyunglele being the quarterback for Clemson in the ACC champ, and I go back to this for a reason, like being the Terrell. Have fun. It's the comments, baby. Happy Sunday. But
comment section's on fire. Scott Dawson got him fired up, son.
Yeah, that's it. How about it? That's what the chat's there for. That's why we leave it up on the screen so you guys can have fun and we can have fun with you. And when people watch this stuff back, they can see everything. Clemson has, Clemson needs a boost of momentum, right? And they needed a boost of momentum when DJ was the quarterback. So they finally, and Dabo was like, nope, DJ's my guy. DJ's my guy. DJ's my guy. Now, good thing for them, they had a legitimate running game and a stifling defense that actually kept them from losing a lot more games than they did. But with this team, or with that team, they needed to change a quarterback. And when Cade came into that ACC championship game during a timeout, me and Alan were standing there together. You could feel the weight that was on the Clemson team fan base's shoulders.
They cheered.
They cheered. The place went electric, and then they ended up winning 41-10 that game, I believe it was. I think with Max Johnson coming out there, and I'm going to be there, if Max Johnson comes out as the quarterback for the North Carolina Tar Heels, I'm going to have my phone out. And if he's announced as the starter, I'm willing to bet you that place will just light up in cheers. I'm willing to bet it.
I don't disagree. I mean, everybody wants to see it, but I don't know what it is with the coaching staff and the decision making to just keep Gio there. I just don't get it. It's a head scratcher, literally. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what else to say. I mean, you can sit here and you can pound on the table, pull Max out, but it's the coach's decisions, and you as fans have the right. The only way you can protest as fans is not show up for the games. That's the only way. I mean, if they just continue to throw poop at the wall and hope it sticks instead of watching it, and while they watch it slide down the wall, don't spend your money. Don't spend your money filling up the stadium. And that's the only way you can make your voice be heard. It's a terrible thing, but I mean it happens everywhere else. You put a crappy product on the field. I'm not spending my $8,500, $200 to attend your games. Why spend $300 to get 4 people into a game that you're 100% certain they're going to lose? So I don't know. I mean, Kevin makes a good point. Fans have already spent their money on the tickets, especially the season ticket holders. So right. I mean, they're kind of done over that way. But I mean, a lot of these ticket holders, their tickets are for sale on the secondary marketplace anyway. So
right, 100%. And there is a conversation to be had about, and I hate using this term, but it's literally the best one I've got right now, but the process, right? Remember the 76ers, it was the process. I can't stand that term.
Yeah, trust the process.
Because, I mean, their process is a whole heck of a lot different. It's like, hey, we're going to lose on purpose to secure draft picks. Obviously, you can't do that in college. But no. I wholeheartly believe for this team and for this staff, it's 100%. Hey, let's go win games. Obviously that's North Carolina's invested a ton of money to go lose. That's not the case. But I think there is something to be said because keep in mind, there are a good number of players on this team that are young, that are freshmen, that you can build with. And everybody's talking about next year's class, the year after. And I get that there is a emphasis on, hey, we need to get to that class because that class is going to be a foundational class. But how long of a rebuild can you really go with in Bill Belichick? That was the conversation we've all been having. You know,
I
we
mean, you've
thought,
seen it done with Indiana.
right, and Kurt Cignetti's a lot younger. They, North Carolina spent the money to come and win now. That's the issue that the fan base, or not the fan base, the program itself wants to beat their chest when they're like, hey, we're selling out. We're bringing in a head coach. We have the guy. We're going to be a physical team. We sold all the tickets. All that good. When you have all that stuff going on, but you want to be quiet when the criticism comes because you're not performing on the field. And if you're going to beat your chest like that, you better be ready to win some games. And clearly, this team wasn't. Right? I mean, think about it. North Carolina. Scott Frost was hired 4 days before Belichick. They both got in late. You see what UCF is? You see what North Carolina is.
Well, yeah, I mean,
players, 70 brand new players. Why is the change so drastic?
Lombardi said they spent the first portal window just filling out the roster.
And not a ton of guys left.
Like
meaningful players. I mean.
I just think if you openly admit that you spent the first portal window just filling holes in the roster, not going after a quarterback or a defensive tackle or defensive end or a high quality offensive lineman, high quality tackle, you would just, bringing depth to the program in that first portal class, in that first portal season, then you're just, to me, that's just showing ignorance because that's when most of your high priority, high caliber players are in the portal. So, and you got a grade on a learning curve, I guess, because they don't know. Maybe they don't know, but I mean, somebody had to tell them. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking, and nobody knows what they're thinking. It's just been it's failed so far the first 5 weeks. I don't know.
Well, Kev, here's the deal. Kev, the only thing that I would kind of combat with that is Criswell had been in the program before. And it wasn't a completely different system than what was there when he was here previously. That's the only thing. You had Phil Longo, but when Chip Lindsey came in, not a ton changed. They just became a more balanced team. They started running the football more. Helped you had Amari and Hampton back there, but they were there. But Gio was coming from G5 up to here. And Alan, did you say this live on the air? I don't know if you did. I know you told me this. I can't remember if you said this on the air or not. But Alan said that he was listening to Inside Carolina, and Jason Staples happened to be talking. Do you want to say this? You might.
I don't remember what you. I don't remember what. I don't even remember what you're saying. So
well, evidently, the post game of UCF, that Staples said that he got a text from a guy that saw Gio in high school, and said that the fact that Gio is at a Power 4 school at North Carolina playing quarterback and is a starting quarterback is mind blowing to him, considering how Gio is. Now, take that. Granted, he did have a good year at South Alabama last year. They did play some quality teams, right? But it clearly ain't working here. And here's what gets me is that it's not like you're replacing Gio with a true freshman, a guy that just came in, back in June or whatever the case may be. You're replacing him with a guy that threw for 50 touchdowns in the SEC over the span of 4 years, It's his 6th year technically as a quarterback for a Power 4 program that understands timing, reading the field, has pocket awareness, and comes from an NFL family home. His dad, Brad Johnson, great quarterback, right? You would think when you say that thing, what does that sound like to you? A Belichick style quarterback. That's why in the offseason, me and you had the conversation of, hey, is there a chance that Max could be the starting QB because he would want that quote unquote Tom Brady-esque style of quarterback? It's amazing how the world turns. Is it just me?
Yeah, well, Brady got the ball out fast, really fast, when he needed to, and Max just hasn't shown the ability to do that. I mean, Gio hasn't shown the ability to do that either, at all, quite frankly. But I wouldn't. You can't. You know, I don't know. There's got to there has to be something behind the scenes that keeps Max from getting on the field that nobody knows. But eventually, I mean, you got to play somebody else. I mean, you got Torrey Newkirk, you got Bryce Baker. You got to play somebody. If you don't want to play Max, play somebody. Because going into the game with Gio is, at this point, just seems like, okay, we're defense. You can only give up 10, and you have to score 7. So
and see, that's what kind of gets me on the defense is that I feel like all the way around the defense has played fairly well. All things considered, teams have gotten the ball out quicker. They're minimizing the D line to a T, and they're getting the ball out quick. They're taking you sideline to sidelines, and they're hitting your weak spots. Guys like, I hate to say it, but it's just true. They're targeting guys like 21 and 29. I was talking with Roger later on this week about UCF, and he said he talked to some people inside the program, and he said, sure enough, they targeted 3 guys most of the game, 21, 29, and when 26 was in, which is Khalil Conley, which I was kind of surprised by. I was like, I didn't feel like I saw him in the game much, but they targeted those 3 people the most. And they did it specifically. And I don't know what it is. Just Marcus is playing better.
Yeah, I mean, 29 didn't have a bad game, but
I didn't feel like Marcus had a bad game. I feel like Gabson Gibson's on like he's a teeter-totterer. He could have a good moment, bad moment. Caleb Call's gonna have a good moment, bad moment, but he can really get exposed too at times.
Well, yeah, he's not the fastest guy, and when you're that when you're that slot corner, I mean, and they had really fast guys, and you get really fast. UCF was able to get really fast guys out in the flat, out in the open, and when you're slow, you see you and you're going up against a fast guy. You see how it's clear to see just how slow some of the UNC players are. And going forward, I would expect that to be the game plan going forward with whatever team we play. I mean, UNC's put it on tape that they don't really have the ability out on to cover those out on the edge routes, but not because of mental ability, just pure physical ability with lack of speed.
This comment right here is perfect from Kevin because this is exactly where I want to go. I'm sure the psyche of the defense is taking a hit from knowing the offense is giving them no favors. That is what I believe the UCF game was. That right there is exactly what I believe the UCF game was.
Yeah, the defense eventually just is like, whatever.
I mean, and I think that's what we're seeing with Clemson. I think that's exactly why Syracuse comes into Death Valley and is just like, hey, by the way, you get a touchdown. You get a touchdown. I'm going to run for a touchdown. Here we go. Because their offense just can't get anything going. And there's something to be said. Like everybody's kind of crashing on the defense some. And the defense is clearly a work in progress. But I believe if you had a competent offense, people would be talking a lot more highly about the defense overall. But unfortunately, we don't have the offense is so bad that we can't. We always going to crap on the defense because it's like, oh man, the defense is giving up these points against these power fours. But what are their offense doing? The offense isn't helping.
I mean,
they're giving them nothing to go off of.
That first drive for the defense wasn't great.
No. And sometimes that's just gonna happen, right? Like you see for instance, the Patriots right now. I'm watching the Patriots and Carolina. You saw them go right down. You watching the game?
Yeah, I watched. Yeah, the Panthers went right down the field and score.
Right down the forward, right down the field. It's 28-6 right now in favor of the Patriots. Defense is like, yeah, we ain't doing this no more. Nope, not happening, Cap. And sure enough, if you go back to the UCF game after that drive, Carolina started to stack up some stops, but eventually that bridge is going to break. And that wall is going to break. The water's coming through, and look out, you're about to get flooded right now, which is unfortunate. The defense has to play at the 85 Bears to have a slight chance of winning games. Exactly, and that's the problem. And in today's world, that's hard to do, man.
And there won't be another 85 Bears defense,
Yeah, like to see a team just completely dominate a team like that week in and week out, it's just never going to happen again. Or it's not going to happen anytime soon. I can tell you that much, because no team in the pros in college can just stifle a team, because the offenses have just gotten so good. Penalty flags, fly a lot more in their favor. Everybody likes seeing the points being scored. Everybody got pissed off because the Rams and the Patriots a couple of years ago in the Super Bowl was 13-3. And I'm like, dude, that was a game. I was sweating.
That's good football.
Right. That is defensive football. People can't stand it. So, yeah. So this week is purely about, is Max available? And I'm actually gonna reach out to my guy really fast.
I guess we'll see come Monday or Tuesday whenever they have media availability, Holy smokes. And they're tight. Don't matter.
What?
Stupid Ryder Cup.
Oh, I hear you. There we go. So, there we go. There's that. All right. I sent a message out to our guy to see if potentially, if Virginia is now ranked number 24 in the country.
I can believe it.
Miami at 3. Indiana moves to 8. LSU drops to 13. Ole Miss at 4. Vandy at 16. Georgia Tech at 17. Florida State drops to 18. And Virginia at 24. I tell you. And Arizona State takes the spot away from TCU at 25. So look at there. Tony Elliott has his team ranked. And think about it. And I have to give credit to Virginia. This is year 4 of Tony Elliott. If I'm correct, I don't think they've been to a bowl game in these last 4 years.
No.
And for them to say, you know what, we trust you, we're going to build with you, I got to give him credit, man. Give him credit where credit is due, because he's bringing in some players. Like, he's bringing in a good transfer portal class this last go around, and he's doing good on the recruiting trail. And you got to give Virginia credit, man. They're doing a good job over there. Is it concerning the conversation of who's going to be the starter? It's concerning that it's even a conversation that it's going to be. And the reason it's a conversation is because we saw no wavering from the coaching staff, right? That the coaching staff has just not wavered. AJ has asked Bill legitimate, like, straight up questions about, hey, I think he asked him a question like this the other day. He was like, hey, what have you saw from Gio throughout these 4 games now that gives you confidence that he has the ability to move the ball down the field? And his answer was,
it's everybody. It's not one person.
That it
And he's right. It's not one person, but good God Almighty, it helps if one person's a lot better.
Correct.
I'm really, I'm really hearing the Gio's ceiling is higher than Max's ceiling, and but
We've already hit Gio's ceiling.
Max's floor is higher than Gio's floor. Well, maybe it's time to raise the floor instead of the ceiling. Let's just get the floor higher. When the flood comes, you want that floor to be above water, not under. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
I don't want to be standing in water. I like to have that floor, up on stilts. So
right, because
maybe it's time to raise the floor.
Right. If
Jesus
Max
Christ.
If Max comes in and is the quarterback, here's what I'm predicting as like the best case scenario. If Max is quarterback, best case scenario. They'll go on the road and they'll win against Cal. They'll win against Syracuse because Syracuse is down their quarterback and they look like they're searching right now.
Yeah, that was tough for them.
Big time loss for them. So they need. Okay, so they win Cal, they'll win Syracuse, they'll beat Stanford, and they will find a way to beat Wake Forest. And that gets you to 6.
Man, you awful optimistic.
And I'm saying that's with Max at quarterback.
You still
and the
optimistic.
offense. Because my thing is, if Max is at quarterback,
that much better.
I think if Max is at quarterback, then defenses have already shown that they're going to play this team differently. But the reason we can't move the ball is because Gio can't throw the ball. If Carolina has a passing game that keeps defenses honest, that opens up more running lanes for our backs, and Damon and Benjamin Hall had a good game against UCF, they're coming on. If Carolina's able to do that, then they have a chance to go legit. You're not asking the defense to shoulder, hey, keep a team only at 3. You're asking them to go out there and go play defense.
Yeah.
Go do what you do. Right? And not only that, but it's a boost of morale for this team. So that's why I say that this team could get my best case scenario is that they was to get to 6. Now, if Max comes in and then this offense really starts going, okay, then maybe you can get higher than that, and figure out your wins where you get them. And we'll find out that Saturday. We find out if Max comes out as quarterback, and it's a dogfight of a game between and Clemson's locked and loaded, and they look like Cade's finally stopped seeing demons and he's doing his thing, and Carolina loses in a close one. I'm good with that. That lets me know that, hey, this team might be okay moving forward. They might be better off than what they are now. If they do that, then they bring Gio right back in. Then I have no.
Yeah, that if Max comes in and leads North Carolina to a win, and then you pull Max in favor of Gio, then it's just moronic. I mean,
I would have liked to have saw Max against UCF for sure.
Max is responsible. Max is responsible for 7 of the points against TCU.
That's half. Go ahead.
6 of the points against UCF.
That's 2/3.
And they only amounted to 20 against Charlotte. You scored 41 against Richmond, but 7 of those are for the defense. And
7 was from the defense. 1 was from Damon.
He only accounted for 3 touchdowns. 2.
Right.
A running,
a couple of chippies, some.
But in the Richmond game, the defense gave you the ball on the plus side of the field 3 or 4 times. So,
right. And thank you, Tom McGinnis, for having a great game that day.
Yeah.
Field position. I mean, even that in the Charlotte game too. We can't forget. I mean, McGinnis showed out in Charlotte and Richmond. And the thing about it is with special teams.
Oh yeah, Chip did have that one drop. I forgot about that one.
Oh yeah, that drop right there blew my mind because I'm like, Ship, that's a bad boy, Ship, bad boy. But let's talk about something else that's happened this week.
Let's talk about it.
Because it's public. It's public now. But the 3 guys that are gone, one of them we already knew the week before. It was Zaya Johnson.
Yeah.
Then we have Trey Green.
Mm-hmm.
Gone. Played 16 snaps or 20-something snaps, something of that nature. Gone. Last I looked, Carolina was having an offensive line issue at his position. Paul Billups. Unfortunately, Paul Billups, he's more of a...
That's right, Ray. They sure did.
They sure did, Ray. Absolutely,
You
brother.
can't lose the week off unless you like half the team tears their ACL. Then you probably lost them.
And you know what, Kev? You know, Roger kept mentioning that during the thing. He's like, he's only throwing to his brother. I'm like, but his brother's open. Hey, and he's gaining yards. I don't care.
Yeah,
if it's only Jordan Ship and he's just consistently open, hey, if you're gonna give me a layup, I'm gonna take it, especially if the layup, scoring points.
I don't care who's open. If Max throws the ball to Jake 40 times in a game and he catches 40 of them, I don't give a flying rat's behind. You know, that's the defense's problem for not realizing that, you know, hey, he's only going to throw to him when he's open. Maybe we should cover him.
And guess what North Carolina hasn't taken advantage of? The tight ends.
Yeah.
So they're covering the receivers.
Just throw it to an open guy, you know, not somebody that's not open or somebody that's blocking for a pass on the other side of the field.
Yeah, and that, yeah, Kevin, I don't understand that. I don't understand why fans talk about he's only throwing to his brother. Well, his brother's catching the ball for 7 and 8 yards a catch. Here you go, buddy. If it's working, hey, have at it, kid. Have you heard from Gio? Ray, we have not.
He's not responding to my text.
Gio, you finally sitting down, man? Come on, join the watch party. I tell you one thing, Gio, great dude. Great.
He's a nice guy. You know,
oh my God, love him to death.
He's a nice guy, but it's just not working. I hate it, man. I really do, but I don't see any reason he should be suiting up for UNC this game or the next. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy to think. I mean, this is the perfect time. Even if Max starts against Clemson and North Carolina loses against Clemson, it's still that's fine because you still have another week off to prepare for California to get him ready to play the rest of the season, pretty much. I mean, it's one game in 26, 27 days. I mean, it's the weirdest schedule ever. I mean, you play one game in 20-something days because it's bye week. God, I digress.
Which is odd, but honestly, it's perfect for this team this year. And we even talked about it, how, like, think about coming into the season. North Carolina, when we talked about the season, like, hey, they got 4 games that they can do as like see how this team is. Then they get a week to play for Clemson. Then after they play Clemson, they get a week to get even more healthy, keep on going. Kind of the same thing, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, it's not a bad thing at all. I just hope that the coaching staff will do it. Now, here's the thing. There is a world in which Max comes in and it doesn't really change much. Then that points to another person. Then that points to Freddie Kitchens.
A part of me just thinks that they're letting this go just so they can use Freddie as a scapegoat. Be like, all right, you're out of here. And then they can go get somebody they want.
Yeah, I could understand like longer than that, but 4 games in already doing that? Like, bro, that's malpractice in my thing. Do you think Baker is ready? No. And
I will say,
go ahead.
They went away from the under center stuff with UCF. They didn't run a lot of under center stuff at UCF. It was primarily shotgun. And we heard that, Bryce Baker was really struggling with the under center stuff. It was the under center stuff that was keeping Bryce from seeing the field. They didn't run a lot of under center stuff for Gio against UCF. So, I mean, there is that,
And,
if they can
he's also,
switch
a
that.
true freshman.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And I saw a comment, which I thought was, I think I saw it on a Tar Heel 24/7 post, that they're like, oh my God, think about it. Baker is so is so bad. He's not even better than Gio. I'm like, people have to remember when Baker came in, when Bryce came in, him and his family both said that they wanted him to sit a year. That's ultimately why I think Arturi Newkirk is ahead of Bryce, because they're looking at him as he's the future. Now you got Travis Burgess coming in, but he's gonna be dealing with an injury coming in. But they're letting this guy simmer and learn and get reps and do what he needs to do and just get him ready.
Yeah, but
because
I mean, Kevin makes a good point. I mean, the running back fifth on the depth chart is currently your number one on the depth chart after 4 games, and so I mean, could it be the staff's evaluation?
I feel like they kind of played the safe bet.
Yeah.
To start the season.
Yeah.
And now, after realizing, like, hey, the safe bet ain't working, think about it. Every position group, every single one of them has been tweaked, changed, lineup rotations, everything outside of one position. And that is the quarterback position. Ray, the center, Austin Blasky, is back, but he played left tackle against UCF. So I don't know what's happening there. And then Trey Green, who's your right tackle, gone. And Ja'Kai Moore, who is he's not a freshman, but he's a young kid, comes in, and now he's playing at right tackle.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. It's
baffling.
It's crazy. Now I see why the unofficial depth charts, the depth charts always listed as unofficial, because you just don't know with this staff.
And I'm gonna hope that this staff is just trying to figure out, because they're all brand new to college, basically.
Yeah, they are.
That they're just like, okay, let me see what these people have, these players have. Now, Belichick, according to reports, when he came in for the interview, he told them about every game that they had, and if this is true, then it's kind of surprising to me. And also with that, then why doesn't he, like, when people ask him about last year and things, like, he won't ever comment about that kind of stuff. I don't know what happened. If what was reported is true, you know exactly what happened. You watched every single game. I think that got pointed out during, like, the special team struggles and everything like that. He was asked about something from last year. Now, granted, 70 brand new players. So a part of me just wants to think that they're just trying to figure out who they have. And to me, that's exactly what they're doing at every single position. And I think the team is benefiting from it. Just one position in particular that's not being changed. And that's a problem.
It's definitely a problem. They got some things to figure out, man. I don't know. And it's crazy that you're going into your week 6, 5th game of the season, and and you're saying that, man, there's still a lot that needs to be figured out, or there's a lot that we don't know, and all that.
Think about it. Next week marks the halfway point of the season.
Yeah.
Because it'll be week 7. There's 14 weeks in the regular season. That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's
Honestly, I
crazy to
think
be
it's
4 games into the season and just be like, whatever.
last year. Well, think about it. It could be worse. At this point in time, 4 games into the season, we were 3, and we just come off a bad loss against JMU, where Mac Brown quit and quote unquote, and everything. So, I mean, there is something to be said there. But
Yeah.
no, I'm curious to see what I'm most curious to see is how the team continues to do throughout the season. Do they get better? We always hear about Belichick teams getting better. Is this team going to get better as the season wanes on, or are they going to stay the same? If they stay the same, then congratulations, North Carolina, you're done winning for the year. You're going to go play, another 7 games. You're going to lose all of them. What the case
Yeah, I'm not going to feel too good about having to go to Raleigh to win game number 6, if it's even that close,
Yeah. And that would be the perfect way to send Dave Dorn out, because I honestly believe at this point in time, Dave Dorn will be gone at the end of the season. Unless they figure out a way to go win some games, because NC State, they just played Virginia Tech. They'll get Campbell next week.
They should win that game.
But they're going to Notre Dame. I forgot about them having to play Notre Dame. To Notre Dame, to Pitt, at home against Georgia Tech, to Miami, Florida State at home, then us at home.
I mean, it's possible they only have one more win for Campbell.
So they would end the season 1, 2, 3.
Well, they're 3-2 now,
5.
right?
So that'd be 5 wins. That's including a win against North Carolina.
Yeah, if they
5
beat
wins on
North
the season.
Carolina, yeah.
Is CJ Bailey's too good on offense?
Fard.
Yeah.
They need to
But
fard
hey,
him.
I wonder who would come in. Maybe Will Wade's got a cousin or something they can bring in.
Yeah, maybe it's still fade. I don't know.
There you go. Steve Belichick pulls a heel move and goes to NC State. Oh, man, it looks like a Mac Brown team just without the offense. A lot of optimism for the team. See, here's the thing. I feel like the defense is better.
I mean, I think the defense as a whole is better than last year's defense, but
and last year's defense was probably one of the better ones that we've had.
But at the same time, you don't know how good this defense can be if they had a complementary offense, which is something that UNC is. It's like they got rid of the offense and brought in a defense that only looks good because your offense looks so bad, and so you just honestly don't know what you got. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you got. You don't got an offense, but you don't know how good your defense is because your offense can't stay on the field long enough to let your defense catch a breath.
Right.
Now maybe the defense gets a 5 minute, a 10-minute real time breather, and they come out and allow another 6-yard drive. That could be the case. Then you're like, oh, maybe this defense just isn't good. They just make one splash play or something every game and make you think, there's that good defense we had. Or, maybe there's something a little bit more legitimate to the defense. You just don't get to see it as often because, they're sucking oxygen on the sidelines.
Absolutely. No, I'm 100% with you. So we'll be talking about it more this week. You guys get the Clemson Scouting Report tomorrow. You guys will have a good time with that. I really do think it's a really fun time. We enjoyed it.
But I haven't given up on my Tar Heels. I bought some new Tar Heel swag. So
yeah, there you go. I like it. Looks good. I saw you wear it the other day.
Where did I wear it the other day at?
It was my house.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Hey, not this week, but next week is going to be the ACC tip-off where we get to go see Hubert Davis and the crew. Go ask them some questions and see what they're like, and maybe ask them what their favorite color is at the same time. So there's only one real answer. And maybe if Seth Trimble could hook us up with some Ben and Jerry's when I'm up there next time. So
Yeah, I want that Roy Williams flavor.
yeah. Hey, have you gotten the Roy Williams flavor yet?
Oh no, we can't ask him to hook us up with it because even Hubert Davis said that he would pay. So we can't. If his coach is willing to pay for the ice cream,
Hubert's more rich than I am. So there we go.
Oh, so we're asking for freebies. Okay.
Yes.
Hey, Seth, I know you're a new business owner. Would your Ben and Jerry's like to sponsor the Hill Brothers podcast?
Yeah. Can I do my live show at your establishment with you? That'd be pretty legit if you said yeah. But yeah, come on out, man.
Sure, come on by. Whoa, have a scoop. Moose tracks.
Ooh,
Cookies and cream. Rocky Road.
What is other like? I haven't been to Ben and Jerry's in a long time. Hopefully, no player of the basketball team made any crazy declarations like Thad Dixon.
Have you not heard Caleb Wilson talk? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I'm excited about him.
And, I'm excited about Caleb Wilson, but holy cow, half my
and Luka. I'm really excited about Luka. Luka's going to be.
He's not been cleared to play, so.
Yeah, nobody's like really worried about it though. It's like
I'm starting to get a little worried. I mean, it's like 5 weeks till the season starts.
Is it?
Yeah.
When's their first game? I know they've got the blue-white game is this Saturday after the Clemson game. 1 hour after the Clemson game. So technically,
there'll be more fans in attendance for that game than the Clemson game, I think.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, I do park in Craig Deck, which is just right down the.
Oh no! If I was you, I would 100% go. You're already up there.
Yeah, but I'll have been up there. I've been like up since like 3:00 in the morning, and then go to the game. Really matter. Get home. Well, it matters.
Sleep in your truck. No. Get up early the next morning.
No, because I have to get back to our town. So
take your clothes with you. It's fine.
No, not happening, Captain. Well, anywho's. So, hey, this week we got the scouting report for Clemson. You guys get that tomorrow. We're going to have some conversations throughout the week as well. Alan, I think, has a video he's been telling me about that he's going to do this week, and he's going to be excited about it. And he's going
I just pretty much told you all those thoughts on the Sunday Tar Heel that was going to go in that video, so I'm just not sure if
I need to reiterate. Look at there. You get to flip the content.
Looks like there's going to be a reiteration of what I just said about Bryce Johnson. Who's Bryce Johnson?
Bryce Johnson, the former Tar Heel basketball player, the one that got crossed up by Harden.
I'm like Bryce Johnson, Bryce Young, Gio Lopez. There we go. It's one of those names.
One of them dudes. It's crazy. Drake only has thrown 8 of 9 passes for 95 yards, and that's it. And
he was 6 for 6 in his first drive.
Yeah. And straight up, they're up 28-6. 12 minutes and 33 seconds to go in the third quarter. That is crazy. But hey, also this week, Thursday night, you guys, if this applies to you, or if you just want to come hang out anyway, because it's going to be a good time. Myself and Tori, the other part of our Hill Brothers thing here. I don't know how the flip to even word that, quite frankly.
The third part.
2/3 parts of the Hill Brothers.
Two brothers and a TP watching.
There you go. Are going to. So I am a Los Angeles Rams fan, as you guys, if you've watched for any point of time, you know that by now. But Tori is a San Francisco 49ers fan. Obviously, that is a rivalry within the NFC West. It's actually a pretty stout rivalry for us. And they're playing this Thursday night on Prime Video for the Thursday night football game. And we're going to be doing a live watch party for it. It's going to be a good time. We're going to be enjoying ourselves. So it's not going to be Tar Heel related. It's going to be San Francisco 49er and Los Angeles Ram related. It's going to be a bunch of new people in here. I already know. I've heard and I've looked into how these watch parties typically go for NFL games, and it's going to be wild, to say the least. So it should be an interesting time to see all these brand new faces roll in here. And I look forward to sitting there and seeing the Rams get a good win against those Niners down there in Santa Clara. But no, they're actually playing in SoFi Stadium, so it's okay. We'll be at home dub, going about our business. So looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys will join us over there. And it's gonna be a week. It's gonna be a week. We're good for game day. And then Tar Heel game day is going to be an early game day. I'm looking to be live 7:30 to 8:30 that morning in Chapel Hill. So
Way to go, Nathan.
I'll be talking to Jeff
I
about.
bet so you might be talking to Air.
I'll be talking to Jeff about potentially going back out there to their spot again, and we'll see what happens there. So it's going to be a good fun morning because I have to be at the stadium by 10 a.m. to do the usher deal. I actually recorded going to being an usher for the first time.
Yeah,
I wasn't able to record a ton because Ludacris concert is at 10 a.m. as well. And as a matter of fact, the cool part is if I'm there early enough, I like last week or the week before last, I was able to walk right up to the stage and they were just kind of sitting there like practicing and whatnot. And it was just me up there. So I could be like, hey, Luda. Tez, come here, Tez. We're Roman Pierce. Oh man.
Hey,
so, yeah.
what's the real story of Paul Walker?
Oh, good God. That is how you get jumped by Ludacris in the.
Hey man, there's all kinds of conspiracy theories online saying that he's still alive, bro.
What's the point?
I don't know. Somebody said that they saw him.
I'm sure everybody has a lookalike somewhere. Michael Jackson's still roaming around these streets. So is Adolf Hitler, if you listen to some people. So
Adolf been dead for a while. He's old.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Anywho, that and Elvis.
That concludes Conspiracy Corner with the Hill Bros podcast.
Yeah, conspiracy. Those people just they need to start smoking cigarettes. Do something to fill their time. Anywho,
cigarettes.
Yes, get some Virginia Slims. Anywho's, well, let's get out of here, man. It's been a Sunday, and we're gonna go have a Monday. Remember how game day could have been coming to this game? Yes, game day is coming to this game. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Tar Heel game day.
That's it. That is what we are doing. Tar Heel game day.
I mean, it's not Pat McAfee or anything, but it counts for something, right?
Yeah, don't you want to see that face on the 7:30 morning? I mean, look at that. That is North Carolina.
That's exactly what I want to see at 7:30 in the morning. It's glorious.
I love that during the watch party tour was just like, yeah, he was like the optimist and just having a good time. And I'm over here just like,
this sucks. Yeah.
I'm just sulking. Yeah. All right. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Join us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, the whole ordeal. And it's been a Sunday.
If you got social media, we're on that platform. So go find us.
Yes. Do that. Am I forgetting anything else? No. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. And as always, whoa, Giants fear Malik Neighbors suffered a torn right ACL.
That's not good.
That's not good for them now.
Jackson Dart done hung his wide receiver out to dry and got cracked.
Yes. That how is that game going, actually?
I don't know.
The Giants are up 13-10 in the third quarter against the Chargers.
That's shocking. Everything I heard, the Chargers was the real deal.
That's what they always say, but something about those Chargers, man. They're the fake LA. Sorry. I mean,
Justin Herbert.
Amari Hampton is 4-14. And 5 of 15. He just got a yard.
He just got a 1 yard run. Probably tripped over his offensive lineman.
Yeah, and Herbert's got a 1 yard run for 24 yards, but Jackson Dart is 7 of 12 for 59 yards. Russell Wilson has thrown the ball. He is 1 of 1 for 8 yards. Oh,
wow. 2 quarterback system. Okay.
Oh, wow. Jackson Dart's been sacked 3 times. Russell Wilson has been sacked 1 time.
So Russell Wilson got the opportunity to throw 2 balls.
And got sacked. And I'm wondering if did Dart get hurt? Possibly.
Maybe. Who knows?
I have thought about doing an NFL show. I'm not gonna lie, like that is a legitimate thing because I've just come to enjoy it a ton.
Oh,
Flacco is also trending.
the 167th game of the MLB season just started. It's playoff season, and the Braves aren't included.
See, people are already kind of going at him or going at
Oh yeah.
evidently the Giants field is a turf field and people are really mad about it.
Yeah. Yeah, Kevin, we do cover the 33rd NFL team, and it's the worst team in the league. So,
Yes. But we cover it for you because we love you.
our glutton for punishment. Yeah.
That too. So, yes. Anyway, let's get out of here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. And as always, go Heels.
Sippity doo da day. Go Heels.
Music.